In Adobe Illustrator, there's a few different ways we can use guides. We can use the traditional way of pulling our guides out from our rulers, or we can use the artwork itself on our screen and transform them into guides. So to illustrate these two different ways, I've created this little simple design that has a stroke around the outside in this light blue color and a fill shape in this darker blue color with a circle in the middle. So let's go over the first way that we can use guides. We can use the rulers to pull the guides out. And if our rulers aren't showing by default, we can hit the hotkey of Command R to toggle the rulers on and off. Or we can go up to the View tab, scroll down, find rulers, and click on Show Rulers. So with our rulers on our screen, we can actually pull the guides out from the rulers. And to do that, make sure your cursor is somewhere inside of the ruler. Just click and drag out, and you have a new guide on your screen. And we can likewise do that in the other orientation with the other ruler, and we can click and pull our ruler down, and we can place that anywhere on our screen. But it really doesn't matter which ruler you pull from, because you can click and drag out a guide at any time, press and hold the Option key on our screen, and it will flip that guide to the opposite orientation. So those are two different ways that you can use the guides from the rulers. So we could have placed our guides on our artwork itself, or we could place the guides into a different location and move our artwork to that new location and align it with those guides. So that's the first way that we can use guides in Adobe Illustrator. The second way that we can use guides is by converting our artwork itself into a guide. And the hotkey to do that is up here. It is Command 5. So with your artwork selected, go ahead and press Command 5. And right away you can see that our artwork has been transformed into guides. And just remember that this is a permanent solution. So moving forward, your artwork will forever be a guide until you clear the guides, okay? So why would we want to change our original artwork into guides? So if you're one of the artists like I am and you are noodling a shape to death and you want to see what the different versions of it are, you can quickly place your artwork over your newly created guides, and you can see what your previous artwork looked like as a sample to what your new artwork is going to become. So this is a really powerful way to visually see where your artwork was and where you want it to go. And also the artwork or the guides also work in outline view, which I use a lot to see where my artwork lines actually are. And you can see where my guides are versus where my original artwork is here. And you can toggle that back by hitting Command Y. Okay, so here in this example, we had a path and a fill shape. So these are the two ways that objects on our screen can be converted into guides. The one way I found that doesn't convert into guides is by live text. So you can highlight our text here and we can hit Command 5 and you can see that nothing happens. So the way that we would actually have to be able to use guides on our object is to duplicate the object or our live text, go into Object and click Expand. And now we have the object and the fill options, and we can click OK. And likewise, you can go ahead and duplicate your object, just right click on it and click Create Outlines. And so now you can see if I hit Command Y again, that we have live text, which we can't do anything to, and we have the two different ways that we converted our live text into an object. So with the object selected, you can hit Command 5, and now we have converted our text, which is no longer live, you can't edit it in that way, into a guide, and you can place your new artwork over it, and you can start to make changes to it if you wanted to, and you can see where your original artwork was and where your new artwork is going. So these are really powerful ways to view your designs inside of Adobe Illustrator. So those are a few different ways that you can use guides, and I hope this is helpful.